Welcome to the Homestead. Glad you're with us. Well, it's cold out here. It's supposed to be in the 50s, but for right now, it's just chilly. There's a brisk wind that is about. Anyhow, the septic is supposed to arrive in the next couple of weeks. I'm not real sure if it was next week or the week after, depending on rain, of course. But the septic is going right back here, and so I need to move all of this fencing and furniture out of the way because they're going to bring the truck through here. And so that means the yard is going to be tore up once again. They're going to be running a line all the way to the RV for the septic, as well as they have to trench for sprinkler systems because it's one of those clean systems. Not our choice. It was mandatory because we're too close to the lake. And so we had to buy the more expensive one, but it sprays sprinklers. Well, we have to make sure it sprays the sprinklers the right direction because we're not done building, and we don't want any of this water to contaminate the garden or to hit the buildings. Anyhow, that's neither here nor there. What is here is I've got to move that furniture. So let's get busy. Okay, I moved all the furniture that direction. I don't know what to do with it just yet, so I just set it along the building. And I took all the poles from that awning that I had just left there and I put them behind the building. And now I have this weed cloth, I don't know what they call it. And we have it tacked down in the ground. I tried to pull them up, but I can't. So I'm gonna have to get some pliers so I can pull them up with pliers. And so that's what I'm gonna do. And, oh, I should tell you that about a week ago, Wobbles got real sick. We don't know what. He just was laying around one day, just laying there, and then he wouldn't eat. And we had to go back to the city, so we went back to the city. And we came back to check on him. Not the next day, but the day after. And he was fine. He came out to meet us, so he's just feeling a little peaked under the weather. But he's moving slower these days, so I don't think he feels very good. He's not chasing us down or following us around. He's just kind of sitting there, so he might be real sick. I don't know. That's the downside about not getting the cats their shots. You know, what's interesting is, see, back in California, and we're talking years ago, because they probably wouldn't do this today, but 30, 40 years ago in California, the clinic vet would give you the needle and the shot, and you just lift the skin and give it yourself. So you could buy the shots for $5 and then bring them home and take care of all the animals. It is really hard gathering up these cats, and then I'd have to put them in a carrier and then take them all into town and where the clinic is. And I've been kind of dreading that because it's not easy to do that. I can capture a few of them, and they have a package, a shot package, which is fairly reasonable price. The problem is like I said, getting them to the clinic. The clinic is only open on Wednesdays. That's not for the shots. I'm sorry. It's not open on Wednesdays for the shots. It's open on a different day for the shots. Wednesday is the spay and neuter day, and you have to drop the cats by 9 o'clock in the morning, and you have to pick them up precisely by 3 o'clock. They give you 15 minutes, and if you're late checking in to pick up that animal, they start charging you money. every 15 minutes. It's not a very convenient system, but I understand why, because they'd probably end up with a lot of cats that people don't go to retrieve because of it being a clinic and a lot of the strays. Anyway, so it takes a lot. We had to spend to get Stowe all his stuff done. Lee brought me up on a Tuesday, and then he left, and I stayed here, and then I took him in on a Wednesday by myself, and I waited, and then I picked him up and brought him here, and then I had Stowe in the RV for a couple of days to kind of heal up, and then released him back into the wild. The girls are going to be harder because the girls are having, the open surgery, unlike the boys, and I'm going to have to somehow keep them isolated and calm, because if they rip open the stitches, then we're looking at another bowl of money. And anyway, so this is not going to be an easy task. We've only ever had to deal with little kittens or the dog, but only one at a time usually. And there's so many that I'm going to have to take them in like 2 at a time. They won't take them all on the same day. I can't take all of the cats at the same day. That would be really great. I think there's a limit of 2 or 3. And then when it gets time to doing Reba, I have no idea how we're going to get her. We've never gotten near her. She runs anytime. I picked her up once, when she was little. She freaked out and ran away, and from that day forward, she won't come near us. So it's going to be really hard to capture Reba. But I say all of that to say that if Wobbles is really sick, something that is spreadable, we'll lose all the cats, and that'll be a shame, and I feel bad about that. But there's not much we can do. This is the country. Back in the day, no cats ever got fixed, and no cats ever got shots. They just were farm cats, and as a hard concept from coming from the city, I wouldn't have all these cats if I was in the city, period, plain and simple. I just wouldn't. Because we kind of didn't want any more cats. Freddie is 9, 10 years old, and we figured he was going to be our last cat. And then Eclipse came, and then we took care of her and got her shots and got her surgery done because she had a hernia. And that was really expensive. It was just under $1,000 to get Eclipse done in the city and at the regular vet. We knew from that moment forward, when these other cats showed up, there's no way we can afford the other vet, because there's no guarantee they're even going to live. I mean, it's the country. There's wolves, and Mama Stray, who had these 2 litters, she just flat out disappeared. We don't know where she went. She just disappeared, died, I don't know. And early on, if you watched any of our surveillance cameras, you saw there was a white cat that would come in and attack the kittens, and also Mama Stray when she was there, because first it was just Mama Stray who came around and slept in the garage all during the winter. And then after that, that's when the others started to accumulate. But anyway, the big fluffy cat that surely is probably the dad of some of these, he disappeared. The white cat disappeared. Mama Stray, she disappeared. She was with us for a year, and she disappeared. So there's no guarantee with these cats that they're even going to stick around. So you invest $1,000 per cat, $10,000. So what? They can die or get hit by a car or killed by a coyote or hawk, or I don't know. Anyhow, it's really hard to kind of make those decisions. I don't like doing it. And so Wobbles doesn't feel very good. So we have to make a decision on Wobbles. Like, do we take Wobbles to the vet and see what's wrong? They'll run a bunch of tests. When Eclipse got sick, we took her in, and it was $240 or something. And she got an antibiotic shot and x-rays, and I don't know. We didn't even run all the tests. And that's the regular vet. And like I said, the clinic's not always open. So anyhow, that's a lot of here nor there. That's a lot of rambling. I got stuff to do, just don't know what to do. Okay, I'll be right back. I went online to order some electrolytes or whatever, antibiotics, I don't know. I think we need to go into town and go to a pet store and get some natural antibiotics.
Yeah, probably go Fix and Feed or Tractor Supply. They have
cat antibiotics.
Yeah, they have all that stuff.
I gave him a little piece of Baxter's electrolyte chew, just a little tiny piece, and he did eat it, but it was a little tiny piece. It says it's for dogs, so I don't know what the difference is. Okay, that's that.